Hi there, welcome back to iTeach channel. Today we'll be talking about a very interesting topic wherein what are you going to do when life feels overwhelming and no one seems to care? Today we will manage your journey. We have here research-based strategies for facing challenges and finding support. The first one that we're going to do is understanding the challenges. What are these challenges? The first one is feelings of isolation. Feeling alone during difficult times is one of the most painful human experiences when we perceive that no one understands or cares. It can intensify our struggles and make problems feel insurmountable. This isolation often leads to withdrawal, making it harder to reach out. The other one is impact on mental health. Research show that perceived lack of support significantly impacts mental health, increasing stress hormones and reducing our ability to cope effectively. That belief or the belief that we must face challenges alone can lead to anxiety, depressions, and emotional exhaustion. All right, so we have here psychological framework for resilience. The first one is the self-compassion theory. According to Kirsten Sneff's research, it shows that treating yourself with kindness, recognizing shared humanity in struggles, and maintaining mindful awareness are essential foundation for emotional resilience. Next, we have resilience research. Cognitive reframing helps you see challenges from new perspective. Problem solving skills and adaptive coping mechanisms build your capacity to navigate difficulties effectively. Next one is social support alternatives. When traditional support feels absent, you can create new networks through community groups, online connections, professional relationships, and shared interest communities. And the last one is adaptive coping. It means developing flexible responses to stress through emotional regulation. Acceptance and growth oriented thinking helps you bounce back stronger from life challenges. Here are some evidence based coping strategies. The first one is self validation and emotional regulations. It means you practice affect labeling. Okay? Practice affect labeling by naming your emotion, keeping a daily journal to process feelings, allow yourself to feel without judgment. Use mindful breathing to regulate intense emotions and create space between stimulus and response. Next one is the problem focused coping. This means break overwhelming problems into smaller, manageable steps. Okay? Prioritize issues by urgency and impact. Create actionable plans with realistic timelines. Focus energy on what you can control and accept what you cannot change. Next is meaning making through values. Identify your core values and align daily activities with them. Reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. Find purpose in small actions that reflect what matters most to you. Connect struggles to a larger personal narrative. And the last one is the self care fundamentals. Prioritize quality sleep of 7 to 9 hours nightly. Engage in regular physical movement, even brief walks. Nourish your body with balanced nutrition. Practice daily mindfulness or meditation, starting with just 5 minutes. Next, we have here the strategies. Okay, another one. We have the building new support system. Okay, so these are another coping strategies. So the first one is building new support system. You have to create connections beyond traditional circles through support groups, online communities, hobby clubs, and volunteering. These new networks provide understanding, shared experiences, and meaningful relationships that foster belonging. Next one is cognitive restructuring. Challenge negative thoughts patterns by questioning their accuracy. Practice gratitude daily, cultivate realistic optimism, and replace self criticism with balanced perspective that acknowledge both struggles and strength. Next one is boundary setting. Learn to say no without guilt. Protect your emotional energy by limiting exposure to draining situations and toxic relationships. Healthy boundaries preserve your well being and create space for recovery. And the last one is protecting your energy. Identify activities and people that deplete versus restore you. Prioritize restorative practices, minimize unnecessary obligations, and recognize that persevering your energy is essential for long term resilience. All right, so here are the professional resources to turn to. The first one is crisis hotline and text lines, available around clock when you need immediate support. National crisis hotlines and lines provide confidential help 24/7. Trained counselors are ready to listen without judgment. Next one is online therapy and community centers access professional help from anywhere with online therapy platforms offering affordable, flexible sessions. Community mental health centers provide sliding scale services and comprehensive care options. And the next one is the peer support and recovery coaches. Connect with peer support specialists to understand through lived experiences. Recovery coaches offer guidance and accountability on journey toward well-being and stability. Next one is the practical daily practices for stability. So this is so easy. The first one is the morning routine. Start each day by setting clear intentions for what you want to accomplish. Practice gratitude by noting three things you appreciate to shift your mindset positively. Next one, the midday check in. Pause to assess your emotional and physical needs. Take short to restorative breaks to reset your energy and maintain focus throughout the day. Next one is the evening reflection. Acknowledge your accomplishments, no matter how small. Plan for the next day to reduce anxiety and create a sense of preparedness and control. And the last one is the weekly review. Track your progress towards goals and emotional well being. Adjust your coping strategies based on what worked and what needs improvement. All right, so of course, building new support system, that means you have to connect and grow. What are you going to do? The first one is finding your community. When traditional support feels absent, new connection can be cultivated. Join support groups, online communities, or peer networks where other understands your experiences. These spaces offer validation, shared wisdom, and genuine human connection. Next one, support exists in many forms, right? Engage in shared interests through clubs, classes, and volunteer work. That's what I had said a while ago. Professional counseling or coaching offers structured guidance. Remember, support exists in many forms beyond family and friends. You just need to find what works for you. Thank you, and that would be all. Take note that let's build resilience. You are not alone. Managing life's challenges is possible with self compassion and action. Remember, reach out when you're ready, practice self care, and seek support in whatever form works for you. Every small step forward matters. All right? Start building your resilience today. You have the strength within you. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening to my video. And please don't forget to like, subscribe my channel, the iTeach channel. See you next time. Goodbye.